Oh my God, I'm exhausted. Can you do it again for me? Hi, I'm Mark Steeves. I'm from Wiser Care, and I'll be talking about engineering challenges of shared decision making. Now, I'm not talking about the engineering of bridge building necessarily. Well, maybe I am. Just to give you some context here, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a U of O graduate. I, that's right. You can't get me off my mark, though. I've worked for large and small companies in completely varied industries, from special effects and animation to even banking. I've been in them all. So why is a person like me interested in healthcare? Well, I tell you, there are amazing problems to solve in this, and his presentation was exactly the point. And it's bridge building all over the place. In this case, it's bridge fixing, but it's bridge building nonetheless. That there are huge problems to solve, and they're really interesting problems. It's bridging art of communication and really technology. That between your doctor and the patient, they don't speak the same language. In fact, they use completely different data sets. The dialogue between the two needs to change dramatically. Right now it's thanks for the diagnosis. What should I do? And it really should be thanks for the diagnosis. What should I know? What do I need to know in order to make an effective decision here? That's a big, big change. Well, we don't have the tools for that second part. That bridge is not built, right? Yeah, that's low joke quality. I tried. It's an effort. So, when a physician presents all the alternatives to you and then recommends one, that's not shared decision making. That's decision by proxy. That's completely different. When you make decisions now, you get to use the internet. Oh wow, and you get to talk to your friends. What you really need is evidence. You need clinical indicators and test results. You need the treatments. You need the probabilities of all those things. And you need to know what your preferences are relating to all those things. Let's take prostate cancer as an example. These are the 4 ways you treat prostate cancer, basically. And you get to fortunately choose which one you get to do. But how do you know between all of those to decide? I have a friend, John, who was recently diagnosed with prostate cancer, and he went to 4 different physicians, and each of the physicians recommended a different treatment based primarily on what they had done the most of. It didn't involve him at all. Well, the treatment choices vary dramatically based on how you feel about the side effects. For instance, open prostate surgery has a high incidence of sexual dysfunction, whereas radiation has a high incidence of urinary incontinence. So, if you're going to balance those two, your physician or you've got to know how you feel about that. But the real challenge here is that there are 24,000 unique combinations of preferences and clinical input in the treatment of prostate cancer. And each one of them gives you a different rank ordering of treatment options. And one of them's better for you than all of them. In a recent UCLA study where Wiser Care's products are being used, patients were asked on a scale of 1 to 5 how much they want to be involved in the decision making of their healthcare. And surprisingly enough, bing, 4, closer to 3.6, which really means that patients make the decision after an MD consult instead of doctor making the decision after going over it all with you. If you're going to be a part of this in a shared decision way, you have to bring something to the table. Well, what can you bring? You just say yes or no or maybe or huh? You have to bring something to the table to have this conversation. What do you have? Well, you have your preferences. But your preferences don't just pop out of you. They have to be assessed and formed into a thing that you can talk about. Well, there's the challenge right there, because we don't have tools for that. It's a huge data source, and it's going to take enormous effort and a bunch of innovation to bring that kind of picture. We're working on it at Wiser Care, but it's certainly a daunting prospect. Well, it's a bunch of bridge building, and that's why it's perfect for Portland. Thank you.